Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build Springfield, The Simpsons. Today we're going to be working out here. We are at the most southern point of our Springfield here. This is the most southern road. Where's the roof? Oh, it has got a roof on it. I thought for a minute the roof had gone. My eyes playing tricks on me. Now we're at the most southern point of the city here, and I think this road is going to continue on straight. If we keep going straight, we end up at the baseball stadium. Yeah, here. I think my server needs a little bit of a reset as well. We're loading chunks a little slow. I think it's got a little bit of a memory leak maybe. But that road's going to carry on and then probably turn and curve around the outside of the baseball stadium. So what are we going to have below the most southern part? Well, the Squidport, obviously. Squidport is basically the pier in Springfield that has lots of different shops and stalls and arcade machine-y style buildings, a Ferris wheel, things like that. My voice. So we're going to do that today. Now, I think we're going to start the Squidport entrance about here, about in the middle, okay? And what we want to do is I'm going to just roughly place down. I've got acacia wood set up, 5-4. Bang. Beautiful acacia wood. Now, this doesn't have the Simpsons texture pack on it. As you can see, this was added, obviously, after whenever this Simpsons texture pack was made. So, it's got, like, the natural texture pack on it instead, which is, like, my backup texture pack for anything that doesn't have the Simpsons skin on it. It has the natural, or what is it called? It's not the natural texture pack. What is it called exactly? John Smith's Legacy. It's basically like the natural texture pack on console. It's very, very similar. And I think that's beautiful for a pier. It's a very, very nice texture for it. I think it's great for a pier. Now, do we have a middle point? We've got 3 on that side and 3 on that side. Do we want a middle point? I don't think it matters. I'm just trying to think, are we going to need an odd number somewhere in the middle? I don't think we are. So let's continue this out. I think that's a pretty good width as well. Oh, I'm on super fast speed, am I? So we're going to build it out slowly, slightly and slowly, and hopefully come to a point that we like. I think that's actually not wide enough. We've got to think that this is going to be a big, big pier. We want to have... Whoa, slow down. Speed 2. That's better. We want to have a lot of people to be able to come in and out here very, very easily without sort of jamming up. So I think that's better. I think that's a much better width. And we want it a little bit further away from the road because you've got to remember, we're going to have sand here for the beach, probably to around that level. So I think we want to come out a little bit further, maybe to like there. And then we start building off in either direction. Now I'm going to build this very similar to how you would if you were playing the tapped out game on The Simpsons. By that I mean we're going to sort of do it more long ways than that way. Do you know what I mean? More this way than going out that way. Because on tapped out, obviously, I haven't played it for a year or 2 now. But obviously when I did play it, you couldn't build out too far into the ocean for whatever reason. There was updates in the future that allowed you to build a little bit further, but it's not really too far. And I want to keep it relatively compact to the rest of the city. I don't want to build it way out there. I mean, what's the point? Okay, that's pretty good. Now we need to think about how wide we want this part to be, because we need it wide enough to fit buildings on. Now, at the end of the day, we could always enlarge it if we need to, but let's say the biggest building that we do is that's like one corner and it comes down to that corner. Is this enough pathway to be able to walk down? Remember, that's a pretty big building. I don't think it quite is, so I'm going to just add maybe 3 blocks more, something like that, just to make the pathway on what will be the biggest buildings a little bit bigger. Because we also need to remember that we're probably going to have buildings on either side, so we probably have one there and there, one there and there. Nice walkway in the middle. Probably even wouldn't be that as big as what we're doing it here. Probably be more like that. I think that makes sense. A nice little walkway down the middle there. Yep. I don't want to make it too big and spacious, otherwise we might as well have made a Squidport world. Okay, so let's just aim this out in the other direction as well. So somewhere about here, that looks in line. And we have the start of a pier. Now, we can always expand on this. In fact, already I want to actually go from here. Yeah, from there to here. I remember when I had my Squidport on The Simpsons, I done like a little round bit on the end where I had like a little fountain in it, and I think it looked really, really good. So we'll have it like that, and then that'll probably do. So it's like a little round part on the end. We can put a little fountain in. Hello, Rain. We can put a little fountain in there. And I think it looked really, really good. Now, I have done this on the level of the floor, and you'll see why in a minute. Hopefully, I could pull this off. That's the hope. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to start on a little bit of a beach. Now, I probably could, in fact, extend the road as well, couldn't I? If we go from there to there. This is how I do my roads, by the way. It's a little bit tricky, but it's definitely quicker than doing it on console. And then copy. Now 1088 blocks. That's ridiculous. We might break my server in a moment. Don't be surprised, because we're going to be changing a lot of blocks very, very quickly. Okay, so there's that bit of road, and there's that bit of road. All the lines in the middle, all the white lines in the middle are still correct. A little bit of math was required, but you could do it in your head. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a little bit of a beach. So what I want to do here is we will be using this shovel that I've got in my inventory. That isn't just there for show, that is there for a reason. But we're going to set this to sand. Okay, and then we're going to come maybe down a couple of levels. So we're going to go from like here to there. Set that to the air, and then come down here. Now this is a super flat world, but an old school one. It's not like a custom super flat, so it's not like 64 blocks steep. As you can see, it goes down to bedrock relatively quickly, which is a little bit annoying, but there's not really much I can do about it. I couldn't set the server up in that way to begin with. So if we go from here to... Is that really long enough? It should be. It should be. And then go down to there. I'm going to set that to air. Do we want any more beach? Or do we want... Yeah, I think we want more beach. I think I'm actually going to add from there to there. Set that to sand. Take away this top level that's currently hiding a row of sand. From there to there. Oops. Set to air. And now from here is going to be water, when I can get my voice to go right. So obviously this will be extended along further, but just for now it's fine. So we're going to go from there. Oops, I got rid of the wrong bit. From there to here. This will get quicker, by the way. I'm just having to work it out in my head as I talk to you. From there to there. Okay, and then we're going to go for... Well, do we want the water... No, we don't want the water on the same level as the pier. I'm going to go from there to here. I should probably speed myself up for this, because I'm travelling very long distances. From there, set to sand. And then from here to here, we're going to set to water. Okay, and we have a beach. Now, I'm hoping using this shovel, not really what I wanted. It's a smoothing tool, okay? So this is just a smoothing brush. Uh-oh, undo 10. No, redo. No, not, don't say redo. redo. Wonderful. Obviously that didn't work. What I wanted to do was make the beach a little bit less straight. I wanted it to be a little bit more curvy and wavy and beach-like, but it looks like I might have to either do it by hand or use the axe here in order to make that a little bit more wavier. But let's get down the rest of this water. In fact, I could probably do this off camera. All I'm going to do is go to there. and go down to, well, we want to go a little bit further out. We don't want to really be able to see the land, do we? This might break the server, because I don't have the biggest server in the world. From there, set to, undo. I didn't break the server though. Set to air. No. Redo 10. I want set to air. Where's set to air? Whew. Okay, wonderful. Let me do this off camera. I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore. I'm just going to put a load of water underneath the pier. Is that really too much to ask? I shall be back. Alright. Last little bits. Didn't really take that long, surprisingly. I thought it was going to take a lot longer than what it did. From there to there. Oops. Okay, and we'll do the bottom as well. From there to there. That has to be sand. Reach. Sand. And then the last bit from there to there is all there. And then we can fill it with water. Now, I got a feeling that my server's a little better than I thought it was. I thought that we would have been really, really struggling for... Oh, no, not... I want it on this bottom level, don't I? So I'm going to go from there to over here. Yeah, I think my server's a little more powerful than I thought. I thought it was an okay server, but I thought it had a little bit of a problem now and again. But it seems to be going very, very well. Oh, there's a little bit of a stutter, but it's all filling in. We have frozen the rest of the world for the moment. There we go. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me. I want you back. I want you back. I want you back for good. Whatever I did. No, I'm not. No more singing. Okay, beautiful. There is a little Squidport. Now, this will be extended in both directions, but we've got a little bit of a base going. Now, I think if we go into fences, we have nether brick. Oh, don't we have the other fences? I'm sure we would. Maybe not. Maybe we've only got that one. Looks and nether brick. We don't have acacia wood fences and stuff like that. That's a little bit annoying. We do have one more option. We do have the Carpenters barrier, which is exactly the same as a fence. They just call it a barrier instead. But you have to put the texture on it yourself, which is really, really annoying. And I don't think it's going to give us a better advantage. So I think if we go back to fence, we'll grab this one. It'll be a nice contrast. Just to run around the edge of this place. Now, let me set my speed down to a realistic number that I can actually control with. There we go, wonderful. So around this rounded area, obviously, it's going to be a lot easier and quicker to do it by hand. But for the straight parts, we should be able to world edit it. Well, edit it. I can't see it being a problem. I'm sure something will something will be thrown in my direction. But will it work? It is 85. Set to 85. Will it go funky? No, it won't. Wonderful. That's so good. Okay, let's put this next to that. And then I don't have to scroll wheel like a madman. How easy is this? To there. From there, back to the start. I'm not going to go right to the start, though. I'm going to go to about here. Because we've got the Squidport main sign to put in yet. Hopefully, we might be able to do it this episode. I don't know how long we've been going for. I've been having too much fun. I've lost track of time. That's my problem, not yours. Let's put that in. And then all the way. Ooh, a little bit fast in the air still. I hope you can't hear my keyboard go banging about when I panic like that. I go flying off into the distance. It doesn't matter. Flying off into the distance, and then I have to bash my keys like a million times to try and get me to stop. Okay, that's pretty cool. So easily expandable, which is great. Now the Squidport sign, We're not going to be able to write Squidport on it. I doubt we might be able to with very, very small blocks maybe. And I think, actually, strangely enough, normal clay is going to be the perfect block for it. I probably won't bother putting a picture up for you. I don't think that you really need one for the Squidport sign. If you want to see what it looks like in the tapped out game or on the program itself, they seem to be a little bit different. I've got an image in front of me on Google of the one off the tapped out game and the one off the actual episode, and they seem to... Why am I not this... that's better. And they seem to be different for whatever reason. I'm not really quite sure why they have two different signs, but we're doing the one off the tapped out game because I like it better. I like it as a I just like it better. There's not really much more to it. I think like that. It's a tough one. It's a big circle. I don't think we've actually gone high enough yet. So maybe like that, and then start bringing it in. And then get this one up to the same height. There's no real quick way to do this with World Edit that I know of. There probably is, but I'm no World Edit master. I only know the very, very basics. I think that's a better height. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to add 1, 2, and then go on to this side and add 1, 2. That way, I know that we are sort of going up symmetrically. I know I'm not going to do too many on one side and then mess something up. Now the only trouble with this pattern that I'm doing is that it's diagonal instead of curved, so let's remove that and put that one there. Remove that one, put that one there. Remove that one, put that one there. I just noticed that it's going to be a diagonal pattern, isn't it? That one, that one. I don't think it needs too much of a touch up. I think probably that is going to make it look probably round enough. And then that one. Yeah. And then on top here, I'm going to do that. And that. And then maybe this just along the top here. No, not there. That one, that one, that one, and that one. What if we do those two? I think we've got it. I'm happy with it. But we definitely can't write Squidport on it. That's for sure. There's a couple of blocks need to be added to make it look a little bit more thicker around there. Now, it's a nice shape. I like the curve. But is it thick enough, wide enough? I think it is, actually. Looking at it here, you wouldn't want it too much bigger than that, would you? Yeah, I don't think that I want to make it any bigger. I think that's a realistic sort of size to go underneath it to, into the Squidport. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. Now, Squidport's going to be really fun because there's so many buildings to do on the Squidport alone, and little fine details, little miniature Ferris wheels and stuff like that. We should be able to have a good little play here. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye!